Good morning, and welcome to a special news report from our studio. We're breaking down a story that has captured international attention and continues to unfold with significant developments. Today, we delve into the recent public appearances of Prince Andrew, Duke of York, following the very public and profoundly impacting legal proceedings involving Virginia Giuffre. For years, the Duke has remained largely out of the public eye, his image tarnished by allegations and the subsequent settlement. But it appears a subtle shift might be underway, prompting much speculation and debate. Our story begins just a few weeks ago, when Prince Andrew was seen in public for the first time in a more visible role since the settlement of the civil sexual assault case brought by Virginia Giuffre. This isn't just about a public viewing, it's about the context and the reactions surrounding these appearances. The Duke's involvement in the civil case, it's crucial to remember, concluded with a substantial out-of-court settlement, and it was widely understood that his public duties and role within the royal family had been significantly curtailed. So, when he appeared at a recent royal event, attending alongside other members of the family, it immediately raised eyebrows and sparked a flurry of commentary across traditional and social media platforms. One of the most notable instances occurred during a memorial service. He arrived and departed with other senior royals, an action that, on the surface, might seem unremarkable for a member of the royal family. However, given the circumstances of the past few years, this was anything but ordinary. It marked a deviation from his previous, almost entirely withdrawn public posture. Eyewitnesses and media photographers captured images of him interacting, albeit briefly and formally, with other attendees. This subtle reemergence has led many to question the underlying intentions and whether it signals a potential, however gradual, return to a more prominent public life. The immediate reaction to these sightings has been varied and, at times, fiercely divided. On one hand, loyalists and some commentators suggest that as a member of the royal family, he has a right to participate in family and national events, emphasizing the principle of forgiveness and the possibility of personal rehabilitation. They argue that the settlement, while financially significant, concluded the legal matter and that maintaining a perpetual state of ostracization serves no further purpose. They highlight his past service to the country, particularly his military career, as a point of consideration. Conversely, a significant portion of the public, victims' rights advocates, and a number of prominent media figures have expressed strong reservations, even outrage, at these appearances. They point to the gravity of the allegations made by Virginia Giuffre and the perceived lack of full transparency or accountability. For many, the idea of Prince Andrew resuming any form of public life or official duties is a deeply unsettling prospect. The sentiment here often revolves around the idea that public trust, once eroded, is incredibly difficult to rebuild, and that such appearances could be seen as insensitive to victims of sexual assault. This segment of opinion underlines the importance of maintaining rigorous standards of conduct for public figures, especially those associated with institutions like the monarchy. Beyond the immediate public reaction, there's the critical question of the royal family's internal dynamics and their strategic approach. It's highly unlikely that these appearances were spontaneous or entirely without careful consideration from the palace. The monarchy operates with a meticulous awareness of public perception, and its enduring legitimacy rests heavily on maintaining public approval. Therefore, any move to allow Prince Andrew a more visible presence would undoubtedly be part of a calculated strategy, however subtle. This could involve testing the waters of public opinion, or perhaps even a gradual, long-term plan for a limited return to certain non-controversial duties, far removed from the public scrutiny of major events. However, the path forward is fraught with challenges. Even a carefully managed reintroduction poses significant risks. The memory of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal and the allegations against Prince Andrew are deeply etched into the public consciousness. Any misstep could ignite a fresh wave of criticism and further damage the institution of the monarchy. The digital age means that public discourse is instant and often unforgiving. Videos and images of his past interviews, particularly the infamous BBC Panorama interview, remain readily accessible and continue to shape public perception. It's also important to consider the broader context of the royal family's standing. With recent health scares affecting senior members and an ongoing focus on the future of the monarchy, every decision is under heightened scrutiny. The choice to include or exclude Prince Andrew from public life is not just about him personally. It reflects on the entire institution and its ability to adapt and respond to contemporary societal values. So, where do we go from here? The recent sightings of Prince Andrew are more than just fleeting glimpses. They represent a significant moment in an ongoing narrative. They force us to confront complex questions about accountability, rehabilitation, public opinion, and the evolving role of the monarchy in the 21st century. The public and ethical considerations surrounding his potential return to any form of public life are immense and are likely to continue to be a subject of intense debate and scrutiny. We will continue to monitor this developing story closely, bringing you the latest updates and analysis. What are your thoughts on these developments? How do you believe the royal family should navigate these challenging waters? Your perspective matters to this ongoing conversation. Share your comments below and join the discussion, because understanding these complex issues requires a diversity of voices. We encourage you to engage thoughtfully with this important topic.